This is a live First Warn severe weather alert from First Warn Tri-Cities, East Tennessee Skywatch, and Green WX.
Alright, good day to you folks. We now have current flash flooding situations ongoing across eastern Kentucky and now starting to push into southwest Virginia. Thank you very much for joining us here. Let's take radar full screen because we do just want to give you a look at the current warnings that are in effect right now. And I'll zoom in here to those areas as we do that. Warnings now in effect for the Lee County area. That's a flash flood warning for Lee County. We start in southwest Virginia until 4:15. National Weather Service Doppler radar indicating 1 to 3 inches of rain across the warned area, which could result in some localized flash flooding. And a flood advisory now in effect for the Bristol area. So this is for the city of Bristol, Virginia, Russell County, Scott County, and Washington counties in southwest Virginia until 4 o'clock. We'll get to that and look at the heavy rain that's falling across that area in a moment. But again, a flash flood warning for Lee County until 4:15. Now some life-threatening flash flooding ongoing in Bell County, southern Harlan County, in central Knox County, in southeast Kentucky. I want to make that clear. Not Knox County, Tennessee. Knox County in southeast Kentucky until 3:30. At 12:19, Doppler radar indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain across the flash flood warning area. Between 2 and 3 inches of rain have already fallen. An additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches was possible. That's when this was issued around 12:19. Most of that band now pushing into Lee County and Scott County. Life-threatening flash flooding is ongoing, according to the National Weather Service in Jackson, Kentucky. Now let's show you the current radar imagery. The reason the flood advisory now, and I'm just now getting to look at that, because it was just issued. It goes until 4 o'clock for a good part of central and southern Scott, southwest Washington County, far southwest Russell County, and it looks like for the city of Bristol, actually it's western Washington, southwest Russell, central Scott, the entirety of Bristol, Virginia, under a flood advisory. This is not a flash flood warning. This is a flood advisory. Minor flooding could be ongoing in this area. But with repeated rounds of heavy rain going to be pushing in, we could be seeing more, already a half an inch of rain up toward in between Bristol and Abingdon being reported by rain gauge. And now right here is the area of rains that we're watching. So you got this band here. This band has already moved through Scott County. It's in Washington County, the northern part of Bristol, pushing toward Abingdon, Meadowview, and Glade Spring. You got this band stretching now. It's moving into Gate City, moving into the Snowflake and Nicholsville area, and it's pushing off to the east. And then you got this band right here. This is our third band and hopefully final band for a little bit, stretching all the way from Claiborne County into northern Hancock County into a good part of Lee County. This band's been slow moving across Lee County for about the past 30 minutes or so, finally moving across the county, about to enter Scott County, the Duffield area, just not getting a break. Scott County has seen this will be their third round of heavy rainfall. So flash flooding could become a major issue for Scott County here soon, and then eventually into southern Russell and a good part of Washington County, Virginia, including Bristol. So this is areas that we have to watch for that potential flash flooding. So we have our severe weather alert at the bottom of your screen there for the flash flood warnings. Considerable damage tag on the flash flood warning in eastern Kentucky for southern Harlan County, so from Everett south in Harlan County toward the Wallens Creek, Harlan, and Path Fork area. And then you got this flash flood warning for Lee County, just flash flood warning. So you have 3 levels of flash flood warning: a flash flood warning, a considerable flash flood warning, and a flash flood emergency. We saw a couple of flash flood emergencies the other night. That is not what we have right now. Flash flood emergencies the other night in effect for Letcher and Leslie County, and that's when we saw the life-threatening flash flooding that caused 16 fatalities in eastern Kentucky, 2 of those being in Letcher County. This right here, though, is what we're watching for flash flooding threat, definitely, and the Weather Prediction Center is saying flash flooding could be even likely across a good part of across the entirety of the area as we go through the evening hours. So again, Lee County under a flash flood warning probably could be extended in Scott County over the next little bit, but a flood advisory, just a flood advisory right now, but could be upgraded to a flash flood warning for a good part of central and southern, that is Scott County, Fort Blackmore south, a good part of western Washington County, including Bristol, basically west of Abingdon, and then southwest Russell County, basically southwest of Hansonville and Dickinsonville. That is where that's where that flood advisory. I don't have a map for that, but that's where that is. All of us in a level 3 out of 4 risk, or most of us in a level 3 out of 4 risk of flash flooding, especially northwest of I-81. Bristol in that, Kingsport's in that, Gate City is in that, Jonesville's in that, Wise is in that. So is Blacksburg and Harlan and Hyden in that. And then we have a level 2 risk. That's the slight risk that's in the yellow for the rest of the Tri-Cities Metro, the rest of Northeast Tennessee and Western North Carolina, and far eastern parts of Southwest Virginia in a level 1 marginal risk of flash flooding. So that is what we have right now. Let's take you back here to current radar. This band of rain along I-81 in Bristol, this is going to continue to push through a little break, then the band moving through heavy rain in Scott County, pushing from Gate City and even a little bit back here toward the Clinchport area. This is Highway 23 if you're heading from Gate City, Duffville to Big Stone Gap. And that's right there along the state line there. This is going to be Highway 93 right here. This right here is Highway 23, take you to Kingsport. This one's Highway 93, take you out near Bloomingdale. In that area, right there through that area of Watteau Gap. But this band right here going to push east, and this band right here going to push east, and that's going to cause very heavy rainfall amounts, probably up to 2 inches across parts of Scott County in southwest Virginia. Let's go to our rainfall totals here, and let's go for the past hour, then we'll go to the past 6 hours. The past hour across parts of Lee County, and this last update was at 1:02, so it's been a little bit since we had an update. But over an inch of rain falling in the Lee County, around an inch falling in Lee County, and this is radar estimated, and around a half an inch in Scott County. Again, this is just not updated, the last update at 1:02 from this radar, but in the past 6 hours now, this is from these bands, they've been pushing through Harlan County for the past 2 hours or so, so particularly about 3 inches of rain in Harlan County within the past 6 hours. That's way too much rain in far eastern Harlan County, right on the state line. To get into Lee County, a little lower rainfall totals, but still over 2 inches. Scott County, you're still at 1.24. You got the band moving through now, which will not be accounted in this because this was last updated at 1 o'clock. And then you got the band in Lee County as well that's produced rainfall totals back here of up to 1 to 2 inches. So up to 3 inches of rain could potentially be possible in parts of Scott County. The band moving through Washington County and Bristol, not really accounted for on this map. So Bristol could get up to 2 to 3 inches of rain by the time all 3 bands of rain get done moving through. So a flash flooding situation definitely possible as we head through the evening hours here. And we'll be here to keep you updated. Again, it's for this area here of parts of Washington County, Virginia, Scott County, Virginia, Lee County, and right here, if you're talking about Northeast Tennessee, it's going to be right on the state line. Far northern Sullivan, far northern Hawkins, far northern Hancock County, if I'm concerned. That'd be north of Sneeville, really north of Churchill, north of Kingsport, north of Blountville, if I'm concerned in Northeast Tennessee. But really Southwest Virginia and Eastern Kentucky, my greatest concern right now. Life-threatening flash flooding, the Weather Service is saying, and the considerable damage tag warning for parts of Harlan County. And the warning for Lee County goes until 4:15. These are flash flood warnings, and then a flood advisory for the city of Bristol, Virginia, Russell County, Scott County, and Washington counties in southwest Virginia. Southwest Russell, good part of southern and central Scott County, and western Washington County, basically west of Abingdon, west of the exit 13 and 14 areas. That goes until 4 o'clock. We're definitely going to continue to keep you updated on the flash flood threat. Should any more needs arise, we'll be right back on. We are going to be doing these updates periodically here live. But we'll be back on earlier if need be, but our next update will probably be around 2 o'clock or so you can join us back here then live on all of our platforms for the very latest coverage of this flash flooding threat. Thanks for joining us here on First Warn Tri-Cities.